The Philippine economy expanded at a slower pace during the first quarter of this year. NEDA attributed this to the lingering effects of the man-made and natural calamities that devastated the country late in 2013. But it added that despite the slowdown, the 5.7% growth in the first 3 months of 2014 makes the Philippines the third fastest growing economy in Asia. Jorge Bandola reports.
The Philippine economy grew by 5.7% during the first 3 months of the year or the first quarter. However, this is lower than the growth rates of 7.7% and 6.3% recorded during the first quarter and last quarter respectively of last year. Socio-Economic Planning Secretary S.M.E. Balitaan explains that the country is still reeling from the effects of the recent devastation of Typhoon Yolanda.
The fundamentals, that despite this, the calamities that we suffer, we managed to keep the macroeconomic fundamentals intact, and that is very, very important, for foreign direct investments. And so, even as we have seen a deceleration of the growth in the first quarter, I don't think that will make any significant or any change at all in the decisions of firms to invest in this country.
Despite the slowdown, the country's economy remains to be among the fastest in Asia, trailing just behind with 7.4% growth and Malaysia with 6.2%. The first quarter growth was driven by the service sector with 6.8%, the industry sector with 5.5%, and in spite of the recent calamities, the agriculture sector rebounded to a 0.9% growth.
Given recent performance, it is clear that the country needs to diversify the economy, develop resiliency, and maximize benefits from the improving global economy. It is important to get the growth trajectory, including the reform agenda, back on track as the optimism in the domestic economy is sustained.
Balitaan is confident the country's economy will still finish this year with a growth between 6.5 to 7.5% for as long as the administration speeds up the rehabilitation and recovery efforts in provinces stricken by Yolanda.
So far, we don't see any major change in our macro policies. Obviously, as I said earlier, we need to speed up the recovery and reconstruction. As we have announced recently, the monies, the funds for the reconstruction of Yolanda-affected areas, the earthquake-affected areas are already secured.
With these efforts, the country will be relieved from the lingering effects of the typhoon, while local and foreign investors remain confident on the Philippine market. For People's Television, Jorge Bandola.